Hey there, friends. We're getting ready to do a little bit of Qi Gong flow. So welcome to Wednesday morning's Qi Gong Live, and make yourself comfortable. Get a good spot where you've got plenty of room around you, like I've got here, a decent amount in my movement room here. So let me know if the volume is working. I think the volume is working. We're going to be starting in 1 minute, and if anybody can let me know if the volume is not working on your end, I think it should be good. All right, so let's start with our purging breath. Remember, we're going to go in through the nose silently. When we breathe in silently, we know we're not breathing too shallow. So we're breathing into the belly, expanding all directions into our belly, and then out through the mouth. Like a horse. 2 more times. Do it standing. Okay, into the nose. Out through the mouth. Do a lion's breath if we want, like stick the tongue out. The idea is to let go all of the exhale before we inhale it all. Okay, so here we can breathe in like this. We've got our palms coming up now. This is called pulling down the heavens. We're receiving all the energy from Mother Earth and from Father Sky. Into the nose breathing, and then out of the mouth. Two more times, like our hands are going through molasses. We're going to breathe in through the nose. On the 4 count, in, and then 8 count on the way out. One more time. Feel the center of the palms. Feel the energy go in from the earth. And then guiding any old energy back to the earth. Okay, so that's pulling down the heavens with our purging breath out through the mouth. Now let's open up all of our gates. We're going to start with the neck. Okay, so we're going to take the hands, relax the shoulders, hands to the back of the head like this, interlace the fingers. With my shoulders nice and relaxed down, I'm going to press 10% of my energy back with my head and then 10% with my hands forward. So they're pressing against each other here. And I'll get right down here so you can see. Okay, so I'm pressing back this way and forward this way. So do about 3 breaths. Let it relax. And then we'll go forward. Let it hang all the way down. Okay, now we're going to take the hand onto the opposite ear. So you can do all this standing. I'm just showing you what it's going to look like. I'm getting a little closer here. I'm going to take my right hand up and over, cup the left hand like this. Okay. Breath into the belly, and now pulling it over to the right. Breath into the belly, relaxing my shoulders. Breath out, I send my ear up. Let the weight of my hand rest on my ear. One more breath. Then come out of it. Okay, other side. Now we go left arm up and all the way over. Cup that right ear. Few breaths here. Forgot to do this on the other side, but we're going to take the arm up, go all the way over like this. Breath in, breath out, all the way over. I'm going to go all the way to my elbow here if I can. I'm going to sweep down my wrist, down the ear, and then out of the shoulder. Do that on the other side now too. I'm going to show you a little closer here. It's like I go like this. Already did that side. Now I'm going to go this side. Breathe in. Relax my shoulder. Breathe out. Push the ear up. I'm going to breathe in. All right. All that energy out of the neck, shoulder, elbows, wrists, all of it. We're opening up all of our joints so the energy can move. Let's take the shoulders forward like this. 3 circles forward. Now let's do big circles back. 5 of them. There we go. Now elbows and wrists. Feel everything. You can go like this, like you're serving trays. Don't drop the food. All the way over here. And come back all the way. That's a way to open up our wrists and elbows. Like that right there. Let it out. Okay. Neck, shoulders, elbows, wrists, hips. If you like, you can just do a nice easy one where we make circles like this. This is a good one. Show you here. For this one, we want to imagine that we have like a towel wrapped around our waist, and imagine we're inside of a tube, inside of a test tube, and we're trying to dry the inside of the tube with the towel that's around our waist. Kind of a silly idea here, but it does kind of work. Okay, someone just asked, what's the significance of breathing out? Thank you. So the purging breath, this is how we start our Qi Gong practice, okay? So in yoga, a lot of times if you've done yoga, you might start out the first few breaths, you might do purging breath, lion's breath, horse breath out through the mouth in yoga. A lot of times they'll be like, okay, let's start out with 3 lion's breaths. So you start out purging. Letting every drop of air go out. 20,000 times a day we breathe. And if we hold on to a little bit of that energy as we breathe out, we're holding on to a lot of tension all up in here, and this builds up over time. So purging it out, understanding that toxicity is not just about having some chemical that's wrong in your body. Toxic state means too tense, too stagnated, too dysfunctional. So we need to bring back the function in the movement, and then it will not be toxic. It's not just about poisons, okay? So into the nose, breathing in new energy. No noise coming in. And then all the way out. Every drop is going out. Again, into the nose. And then lion's breath if we want. So during the first part of our Qi Gong, the first section is called purging. We're going to be breathing out through the mouth like that, into the nose, out through the mouth. And for the first 20 minutes or so. And then we'll switch to strengthening breath. And I'll teach you what that means. It goes in through the nose, out through the nose, and then there's balancing breath. So the good thing about purging breath is you can use it anytime. You're feeling tension in your body, feeling pain, feeling some emotion that's not leaving. The breath is the master key to manifest what you want. So if you're breathing, a lot of times we're breathing too fast. We're breathing in and we're using these muscles breathing in. We're making noise going. But we want to actually breathe slowly going in, making no noise. And then when we breathe out, let it out if we have any tension. Okay? So we're opening up our joints because the idea here is that we've got energy that comes from the sun and it goes down to the earth. And we've got energy that comes from the earth and it goes up to the sun. And it goes through our body. We don't have energy. So if somebody says, you have bad energy, or I have bad energy. No, nobody has energy. The energy comes from the sun and it goes through us. And it comes from the earth and it goes through us up to the sun. And we are the conductors. So how do we want to conduct the energy? That's our choice. It's not bad energy. There's no bad energy out there. All there is old energy that's been stagnating too long in that really tight point of your elbow or whatever. So learning to let it all go. The breath is the key. So we're opening up our joints to help. It's as if we have cattle on a farm and we want to get them from one pasture to another. You've got to open up the gate, right? So we've got energy here that's stuck in my shoulder, my neck, whatever. After I wake up in the morning, I'm feeling a little tight here or wherever. I need to open up all my joints so all the gates are open and everything can flow freely. Okay? So we've opened up everything down to our hips. If you still feel like you need to, you can open hips any way you want. There's a little more advanced one we can do where you just kind of get like a sumo wrestler. Okay? And then you go like this. So if you want, you can do that one. The point is to open up all the joints. And what do I mean when I say open? I mean, move that joint through the entire range of motion that you have. And if there's any point of pain in that entire range of motion, remember when you feel that pain to breathe out through the mouth. See if you can bring a little more movement to where that pain is and see if the pain might resolve into movement and feel better. Okay? So now we're going to do knees. See, I've got my knees right here. Okay? And I'm just basically making a, not twerking, but almost. I'm actually going to go big circles with my knees. There we go. Big circles with my knees. And whenever we're ready, we switch directions, but we remember to stop in the middle. Take a breath. And boom. Whole time we're doing this, we're doing purging breaths. So we're going in through the nose, out through the mouth with horse breath, lion's breath, or just any way we want to breathe out. Open mouth. Okay. So there's knees. Now we're going to do ankles. And doing ankles here, the goal is to open the joint, not to work on our strength. So take your time and get yourself supported. One leg standing, knee is bent here. I'm not straight with my knee, I'm slightly bent, okay? This ankle right here, rotate it. It's got a nice pop. Maybe 5 or 6 rotations. and stop, and then go the other direction. And shake it out. Another question? Okay, what is the significance of breathing out with the lips like this? Okay, so horse breath. I'm breathing into the nose, and then look at my lips. You can't do that with any tension. The whole idea is to get the tension out. 20,000 times a day, people are breathing, and they tend to breathe wrong in both ways. They're breathing, it's not anyone's fault. I mean, we're doing our best. We're breathing too fast into the nose or mouth. So we're breathing like this. Get a little breath in, and then we breathe a little bit out. So on the way in, we're increasing tension. We're using our muscles that we should not be using. 20,000 times a day, we're going like this, basically, just a little bit, doing shrugs with our shoulders. And everything up here is super tight on people. All in here is all collapsing in like this. So letting it out with the breath, fluttering the lips like a horse breath. It's huge. Also lion's breath. So there's two. There's one. Get all this to relax. All this in here. The other one I want you to do is lion's breath, where it's into the nose and then really stick the tongue out and send the third eye up. You never see people doing this. And if you do this out in public, people think you're weird. However, what I'm showing you is the opposite of all the bad patterns that are going to reduce your lifespan and your health span. So if you do what I'm showing you right now, you will increase your lifespan and your health span. When we sit, we're going slightly like this, okay? And we encourage everything that was just wrong that I showed you. So what we want to do is we want to consciously, in our daily routine that we have here, we want to consciously reverse all this stuff. So third eye, instead of going just a little bit down like this, everything's just a little bit down, okay? No. Third eye in proper posture, and then we're also going to even strengthen its ability to go like this. Back, and then up. And with the tongue. Because I've worked with people toward the end of life, and a lot of things that get interpreted as pneumonia, whatever, they are actually problems with all the musculature, the tendons. There's a bunch of little muscles in here, and they connect to the hyoid bone and to the back of the occiput, all in here. So there's a lot of stuff going on here that if we allow it to collapse and just continue collapsing our entire life and never bring it back and strengthen it, that's why we're only living to 75 instead of 150 plus. So I hope that answers the question. Breathing out with the lips like that. The idea is if I can't flutter my lips, when people first try to do this, usually they kind of go like this. They go, and they're trying to do it. They've got too much tension. They're too embarrassed. Get rid of all that. Do it in your shower. Do it by yourself at home. Okay? Into the nose. Let it all out. And I'll show you how I do cold showers in the morning one of these days. And that will really help you to understand the purging breath and how powerful it is, okay? Now let's get back to the flow here. If anyone else has questions, please feel free to comment, and I'll try to answer the best I can. I do see them pop up, okay? So we're going through all of our joints. We're opening up all the joints so the livestock can freely flow on our farm, okay? We made it down to the knees, and we actually did the ankles, didn't we? Did we do both ankles? I'm not sure. I'm just going to rotate both of them real quick. Yeah, I remember doing that. And then I think maybe on this side is what So switch ankles. Make sure you get both. And you might see how I'm like my leg is like a whip. Like I whip it out. Exactly. Get the whole line moving together. The whole thing. All right. So now we've opened up our joints here, and we're going to come back to that pulling down the heavens. So we want to feel the center of our palms here. We really feel the energy coming in. Breathing into the nose. It's like we feel the energy coming up from the earth. Turn the palms up, receive it from Father Sky. Out through the mouth. Okay. Let's do a few purging exercises here. So we're still purging. We've opened up all of our joints. Now you see here I'm standing hips width apart. Feet hips width apart. Knees slightly bent. I've got my hips above my knees, my shoulders down and back above my hips. The crown of my head is being pulled up to the heavens while I feel my feet on the earth here, okay? Toes pointed straight ahead. Now we're going to breathe into the nose and out through the mouth. On the next breath, we're going to breathe in. Feel our hands come up like this. So like this. Okay? And then on a breath out, I'm going to let my right hand just swing down. Okay, I don't know if you can see me here. Let me see if we can. Okay, so here, watch. I'm going to go like this. So what I'm doing is like when I'm going like this, it's like I'm picking up all of any old energy that's in my field here. I'm picking it up. I'm going. And then when I'm breathing out, I'm flinging it. And I see a tree way out there. I'm flinging it way out over that tree. And I'm coming back. And then I'm going the other way. Now when I do this, I don't allow my weight to get outside of the lateral side of my foot. Okay? So we're just staying on the inside of the foot to the inside of the foot. Inside of the foot to the inside of the foot. So we're going to go. There you go. And do this about maybe, I don't know, however many times you feel like. 15, 20. Getting the camera figured out here, guys. Whatever you want to do here, maybe about a dozen. And there we go. Come into stillness in the center. All right, now we're going to take the big toes together. Heels are slightly apart, okay? Big toes together, heels slightly apart. And you see me just gently, I'm just ever so gently bouncing up and down. I'm not leaving the ground at all. I'm just as if I'm almost going to leave. But I feel that connection of the skin on the bottom of my feet. I want you to think about this and really feel this for the next 1 minute. Feel the skin on the bottom of your feet on the floor. As you're gently, with your knees slightly bent, feeling everything stacking on top of each other. All the joints. So for 1 minute, into the nose, out through the mouth. Feel the feet. All right, come into stillness here gradually as you settle in. Feel the feet on the ground. And now I'm going to do 3 of what we call dropping post. And you watch me here for the first one, and if you like, you can join in. Okay, so you're going to see what I do here. I'm going to come up on my tippy toes with my breath in. And my hands are all the way up. Shoulders relaxed and down on my tippy toes. Breath in, and then on the breath out. Coming back up. Do that a little faster this time. Next 2 times, you can join me if you'd like. We're going to go breathe in and come up onto the tippy toes. Breath out. One more time. Into the nose. And all right. Okay. So we're purging here. We've got a little bit more time. We can do some purging. Okay, we're about halfway through. That's okay. Most people, we need more purging than anything. Okay, and this is a good principle of Qi Gong, that when we have pain, any tightness, tension, toxicity, anything like that, that we are not feeling well, if we're not feeling great, we need to spend the time purging. Okay, so we're going to purge it out, let it all out, and then once we're feeling better, okay, now we can start strengthening, and then we'll balance. Okay, but for most people, we got a lot of pain in our bodies. We just really need to focus on purging first. Then once that's resolved, we can bring in the strengthening. So we're going to do just a little bit more purging here because these are all too important to show you. I'm going to get down here and I'm going to show you on my face because I want you to do this with your face. And notice the subtlety here, okay? We'll do 3 meridians here. We'll do the urinary bladder, okay? And I want you to take 2 fingers right here where the nose and the inside of the eye meet here at the top. Okay? That is the beginning of the urinary bladder. Take your fingers and just push into here. Breathing into the nose and out through the mouth. Give a little massage if you want. Out through the mouth. Now, when you're ready, I want you to take your hands like you've got claws, okay? Like you've got energetic claws. When you breathe in and you breathe out, you're like a tiger claws. Take these tiger claws over the eyes like this. Scrape it out. Don't hurt yourself if you got nails. The point is to okay. Now I'm going to take this point right here where I just started my urinary bladder. I'm going to take these claws. I'm going to follow this meridian up and over the back of my head. This is the direction of the flow. It's yang energy coming from the sun, water element, right into here, coming back up and over my skull, down the back, all the way straight down both sides of my spine. And it goes straight down the hamstrings, bottom, back of the knee, and then out the 5th toe. Okay? So I want you to feel that with me. We're going to start right here. Breathing into the nose. Out through the mouth. Now let's scrape with our energetic tiger claws. Scrape, dredge this meridian. If there's anything that's stuck, it's not moving, we're going to get it moving with our hands here. Down the back, down the hamstrings, back of the knee, and then out the 5th toe. Okay? Do that on your own. And then what we're going to do is we're going to, let's do it one more time. I'm going to come right here, all the way down the back, and feel free to tap yourself, whatever you want. Scrape, come down, and out the fifth toe. Now we're going to take those same claws and go straight up the inside, dredging the kidneys now. Coming up, cross over the belly button. Give that earth energy. Give it up to the sun. Okay, so that's urinary bladder and kidneys. Now we're going to get a little more over on the side here. You see the side, my temples right here. Okay, this is the gallbladder. Yang wood energy coming from the sun. Bird just flew into my window. Right here is where it starts, and then it zigzags like this. It zigzags on the forehead or on the side of the head above the ears, zigzagging. So do this yourself. Feel this energy. Don't let stuff stagnate anywhere. But now that you know some of the meridians, you can go right along the flow purposefully down to the occipital ridge on the sides here. Gallbladder points. Come down to here. Top of the traps. Down to the side body. We're going down the side body the whole way now. And then we're coming out the fourth toe. Boom. Okay. And now this time we're going to go up the lateral side of the big toe. So not the inside, but the lateral side. Lateral side of the big toe. Coming up like this. This is the liver meridian. Okay. So we've got gallbladder, starts here on the forehead. Wood energy. If it gets stagnated, that's when we're angry, frustrated. So we've got to breathe in kindness. Go like this right here. Get that energy moving as we breathe out any anger. Okay, all the way down. Take it out of the fourth toe. That purging breath. Then coming up, the big toe. The lateral side of the big toe. Liver meridian. Give it up to the sky. Good job. All right, now we're going to do one more meridian pair on the face right here. Center of the eye, right at the lower eyelid is where the stomach, okay? Earth element, yang energy comes right into here. Comes straight down. Okay, both sides. Right here. All the way down the front outside of the leg here, outside of the knee. You see me here? And then it goes out the second toe, okay? And then we come up the inside of the big toe now, medial side of the big toe, spleen. We're coming up the legs, cross over. Okay, so this is purging. Dredging, okay? If we have anything that's not moving, that's the whole point, is to get it moving. So, see if I've got a couple questions here. Oh, well, good. I'm glad you are enjoying it. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Okay, so we're still purging. Let's come in, feel a little bit of bouncing, okay? Now, this will be our last purging. Starting out just nice and easy. Oh, we're just doing kind of like a dog. We're like a dog that's shaking off water. It's like, oh, it'll just move any way it needs to. And a little more vigorous. And stop. Feel the new energy rising up through the bottom of the feet. Okay, we're going to do that one more time, just a little bit more vigorous. And stop. All right. Okay, coming back into the breath here. I'm just gonna open. We're getting a little bit of rain here. Okay, so we've done the purging. We can keep going. There's more if we needed to keep purging, but we're over halfway, so we're gonna move on to strengthening now. Okay, so we remember the purging breath. It's into the nose and out through the mouth. We can go back to that anytime. Anytime during the practice, anytime during your day. It's frowned upon in our culture to do that. But not for you. I give you permission. And we all can do that if we need to relax, release tension, let it all out through our mouth. And you don't really have to necessarily make noise to do it. You can just make sure you relax and open your whole mouth, your jaw, lips, everything. Just let it go. Okay? Now, strengthening breath, instead of being a 4 count on the way in to the nose and then an 8 count on the way out through the mouth, now it's an 8 count on the way into the nose and a 4 count on the way out of the nose. In and out through the nose. Strengthening, we're going to go 8 count in, 4 count out. So, again, pulling down the heavens. So we're going to breathe in, feeling that energy come into the palms here, nice and slow. 8 count. Turn the palms up. Out of the nose. Two more times. Into the nose. All right, that's very good. Okay, so now we're strengthening. Get to where you can see my feet here. Maybe I'll go this way. Okay, I want you to see my feet, and I want you to notice how the bottoms of my feet are going from the toes back to the heels. Not like that, but going to the toes, heels, toes, along with my hands here. So when my hands are back, I'm on my heels. And then when my hands come up, but they only come up to about the level of my diaphragm, okay? Not way up. Just right about here, solar plexus, okay? So we're going to go up on the tippy toes. Not tippy toes totally, but just the balls of the feet, basically. Okay? So up onto the balls of the feet and the toes, and then back to the heels. Balls of the feet, heels. And just go nice and easy. Try to do about 36. When you're ready, come into stillness, into the center. The knees slightly bent, shoulders relaxed, crown going up to the heavens as the feet planted into the earth. Okay, so that exercise is the strengthening exercise for all of our yang organs. So all of our masculine organs are strengthened by that one exercise. Okay, and we do this first before we strengthen the yin organs one by one. Okay, so first the yang organs with one exercise. Next is the yin organs, starting with the lungs. So the lung meridian is in the metal element. Okay, so the lungs correspond to the element of metal. They are the yin organ of the metal element. And the yang is the large intestine. So lungs. This meridian starts right here on both sides. Okay, and then I'll show you on one side. It goes from here, right here, down the radial side of the arm. Okay, and then it goes out of the thumb, out of the inside of the thumb on both sides. Okay, I've worked with people who have had really bad breathing problems, respiratory distress and stuff like that. And if they were in a hospital, they'd have rebreather masks on and be all on all kinds of machines, coughing and having problems. But I've, with my hands physically, and I have video evidence, proof, that just going like this with our hands for another will be better than all that. Better than the machines, better than the drugs that they're putting into people. So, your lung meridian, learn it. It's right here. Get it open. Okay? And what we're going to do to strengthen it is we're going to do this motion right here. We're going to breathe into the nose. Opening up here, breathing in. And then out of the nose. Keeping my shoulders relaxed, my elbows slightly bent, everything nice and relaxed. Breathing in my integrity. And breathing out any sadness. Get another angle so you can see here. Breathing in a deep pearlescent white. And breathing out a smoky gray. Okay, when we're ready, we don't need to do too much of that. When we're ready, we're going to come back into the center. So we've done our metal yin organ. Now metal creates water. Okay, so it's a cycle. Metal, water, wood, fire, earth, metal. They all create each other. So metal creates water. That's the kidneys, is the yin organ. Okay? We put our hands down here for a minute and feel it. But what we're going to do is get into like a nice horse. Okay? I'm going to show you here. I'm going to take my hand, my right hand, put my back of my hand on the small of my back. And I'm going to make like a little cup. I don't know if you can see that cup. Okay, so I'm making a little cup back there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get into my nice horse. And I'm going to go as deep as I want in my horse. The point is not to make it too difficult, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to get down in my horse. I'm going to see this cloud floating across as I breathe in wisdom. I'm breathing in as it comes down and it goes all the way down. I'm scooping up this water wisdom, breathing in, and then out through my nose, pouring the water out into that cup. When we're ready, we can switch hands. All right. Back into the center. Breathing in wisdom, breathing out any fear. Okay, metal creates water, water creates wood. So now we're on to the liver. So our liver, we want to feel right here, this ball of energy that we've got right here in our center. Feel this energy right here. And as I breathe out, I guide any old energy just like that. I breathe in, receive all the new energy, deep forest green in my mind. Breathing out a slimy, toxic green. Breathing in a deep forest green and kindness for myself and others, then breathing out any frustrations. Do one more each side. Okay, coming back into the center. Okay, and next is our fire element. So wood creates fire. The yin organ is our heart. So what we're going to do here is we're going to feel this heart meridian here. So the heart meridian starts about right here in the armpit, and it flows this direction right here. It flows down the pinky side of the arm, and then it goes out the inside of the pinky, up to the heavens, on both sides. Okay? So we're going to open up that meridian here, and the move is like breathing into the nose, breathing in peace, turning to the side and opening it up with those hands here, feeling both pinkies stretching out as far from each other as they can. Into the middle, breathing out any overexcitement. Turn to the other side, breathing in peace, calm. Into the middle, breathing in, breathing out any anxiety. Breathing in peace. Breathing out anxiety. Do one more time each side. Breathing in a soft pink. Breathing out a fiery red. And don't let the hands come together. We're going to do one purging breath, pulling down the heavens, breathing out of the nose. A lot of energy can build up by that fire strengthener, so we do a purging breath to let it all go. Okay, one more element to balance, to strengthen here. So we're going to do our earth element now. It's our spleen, is the yin. So you see my hands here? I'm going to create a little diamond. Creating a diamond. Now, when I do this in the morning, when it's not raining like this outside, I'll take the diamond and I'll put the sun right in the middle of that diamond, and then I'll look into it with my eyes closed so I don't burn my eyes. But I'll look up and I'll feel the sun, the warmth on my eyes through that diamond. And I'm imagining golden earth chi, just perfect energy, just coming, pouring all the way down, dripping all over me, and seeping into the earth. So imagine that as we're doing this exercise here. You're going to make your hands into a diamond. Big toes together, heels slightly apart. We're going to take this diamond, put the sun right in the middle of it, relaxing our shoulders back and down. Breathe into the belly. Turn to the side and breathe out through the nose. Breathing out any worries. Breathe into the belly and come back to the middle, breathing in trust. Turn to the other side. Breathe out any worries. Into the middle, breathing in trust. To the side, breathing out anything we obsess over. Feeling the forehead, the lines on the forehead relax as we breathe in trust. Come back to the middle. One more time each side. All right, and when we're ready, shake it out. Purging breath if needed. All right. So that has been the first 2/3 of our Qi Gong flow, okay? So now the third part here is balancing. And what I'd like to do with you is offer you a few different options here. We'll see how much more time we have. Okay, we'll say we got 1 more minute because I want to read to you just a little bit. I'm going to invite everyone, if you're watching this, to get down into Savasana pose like you're in yoga if you'd like. If you'd like to remain standing, you can remain standing. I'm going to show you how I do this meditation here. From this position right here, okay? So whether you're standing, whether you're doing this on the ground lying down on your back, either way, okay? This is called the conception and governing vessel, okay? The microcosmic orbit is what this is called. So from our perineum here underneath basically our root chakra, this point of skin here that's between our anus and our genitals, here's our perineum. A lot of times that's tense. So consciously with your breath in, with your breath out, just feel it relax, like it's going down to the floor a little bit. Oh, that feels nice, okay? From that point right there, I want you to cultivate this energy. Feeling this energy right here, and I want you to place that energy right there at the perineum. It's new energy, okay? And you're going to breathe in. As we breathe in, the ball of energy is coming up the back of our spine, okay? Slowly, 1 vertebrae at a time as we breathe in. It's coming up. It's going over the back of my head. It's at the back of my neck now, over the back of my head. And it's coming down the front. It's going all the way back to that perineum. We'll do this 2 more times, breathing into the nose. Breathing into the nose, out of the nose with equal breath count. Balancing breath. Okay, and after the third one, you can do this as long as you want, but after about at least 3 of those, I want you to take your hands right here at the belly button. If you're female, I'm going to go left hand on top of the belly button or right hand on top of the left hand. Switch it for males. Okay, so we're going to breathe into the belly, feeling that energy, guiding it to serve us to the highest good until the sun comes up tomorrow morning. If you're lying down on the ground in Savasana, just have your hand on your belly. Feel the breath go in and out. And give yourself a bow for being here for yourself this morning to do this. Every day we do our best when the sun comes up. That's all we can do. We take a step back sometimes, and it's okay. We have more days coming when the sun comes up. Give it another chance. So as we take our final breaths in this pose right here, if you like, you can take a breath into the nose. On breath out, you can, if you're standing, come into a bow. I'm bowing to you in gratitude for being here. And if you'd like to stick around for just another couple minutes until the full hour is complete, I am going to read just a little bit here from a wonderful piece of world literature. This is considered the classic work of ancient Chinese culture. The Yellow Emperor, classic of Chinese medicine, classic of medicine. So I'm going to be doing a podcast soon and some other type of content where I'm going to go through and read this whole thing cover to cover. It's incredible, and it's a must read for you and your family, really, if you want to be free. And I'll give you a little example here. Chapter 13, Treatment of the Mind and the Body. Huang Di, that's the Yellow Emperor. And in this book, the idea of this book is that the Yellow Emperor is a child, and he's learning from his heavenly teacher named Qi Bo. And he's asking him questions, and Qi Bo is teaching him. And the Yellow Emperor goes on to become the great founder of China, the one that was able to finally bring together all the warring kingdoms. And he was able to do it because he understood the way. Huang Di asked, I have heard that in ancient times, when the sages treated, all they had to do was employ methods to guide and change the emotional and spiritual state of a person and redirect the energy flow. The sages utilized a method called Zuiwo, prayer, ceremony, and shamanism, which healed all conditions. Today, however, when doctors treat a patient, they use herbs to treat the internal aspect and acupuncture to treat the exterior. Yet, some conditions do not respond. Why is this? Qi Bo answered, in ancient times, people lived simply. They hunted, fished, and were with nature all day. When the weather cooled, they became active to fend off the cold. When the weather heated up in summer, they retreated to cool places. Internally, their emotions were calm and peaceful, and they were without excessive desires. Externally, they did not have the stress of today. They lived without greed and desire, close to nature. They maintained Jing Shen Ne Suo, or inner peace and concentration of the mind and spirit. This prevented the pathogens from invading. Therefore, they did not need herbs to treat their internal state, nor did they need acupuncture to treat the exterior. When they did contract disease, they simply guided properly the emotions and spirit and redirected the energy flow using the method of Zuiwo to heal the condition. So thank you for being here today, Wednesday morning Qi Gong Live with Doc Smith. Healing is free. please contact me, healingisfree.com. If you'd like to have a one-on-one session, we can do a video where we tailor this exactly to you. Everybody has a different experience. Some people have their hip, the knee, the ear, the whatever, tummy ache, all of it is connected to the same system. So they're not different things that need to be treated one at a time. It's all one big tree with many different fruits, and all those fruits have many different roots that they're all connected to. So if you think you need a dentist, if you think you need a dermatologist, if you think you need a pediatrician, if you think you need a cardiologist, I would ask a cardiologist where the heart meridian flows. And I bet you will not find many that know. And that's about as basic as it gets in terms of the heart. So I would say if you think that you need any of that, I'm not offering you medical advice. What I'm saying is consider that the whole medical paradigm, it might not even be the right one. There might be a whole other way of looking at things where we can redirect energy flow and understand disease as dis-ease. Okay? So if we have dis-ease in our field here, we can get the energy moving, get it flowing, so we're not stagnated holding on to it anymore. And this is what's going to bring back our health. So please contact me, healingisfree.com, whether you have dental problems, insomnia, irritable bowels, ankle pain, any of it. Okay, we can address all these factors together without spending a dime, without a single product, because Qi is greater than food, and food is greater than medicine. So until next time, I'll see you when I see you, and I would love to hear your voice. If you ever reach out, we can connect on the phone. And until next time, it'll be Wednesday, the 13th, lucky number 13 will be our next session. So we'll see you then.